Okay guys, you can see my screen, right?
Yes, we see it now.
Okay. So, as I was saying, now we do have a very limited time for this course. So, and at the end of this course, actually, I want each one of you to be able to produce something like these plans, and to understand the concept of Revit, and to understand how Revit works, and how Revit deal with each object, how Revit deal with when I'm saying object, let's say we understand that wall, and we understand door, and we understand windows, and we understand architectural elements when I'm saying an object, the object word. So starting off, the very beginning, and at the beginning of each project, what I want each one of you to do is just to click the new, and then to go to metric architectural one. As I said, in this program with Revit, we deal with not only architects, we deal with plumbing systems, and which is the mechanical, we deal with electrical engineers, we deal with structural one. For us, we do care about architectural template. What is architectural template? Simply, it's the environment of each architect, the environment where the architect should work. This is it. So, in the first step of each project, to click new, and then metric architecture, and then to click OK. The second step of any project is just to click UN. UN is the unit of your project. So we do have some basic steps, and we do have beginning steps, which you should do, which is the architectural metric template, and then to change your unit. UN is the shortcut of a project unit. Something very important, guys. Please do use shortcuts. Do use shortcuts. I'm able to reach this project unit from one of these panels, okay? Which I will be talking now a bit about them. But I don't want even to tell you how you could go to something called manage, and then to find something called a project unit, or any panel. What I want you is just to use the shortcut. UN is the shortcut of units. Project unit, UN shortcut. Length, you will go from length, from this one, length, into this panel. You will choose centimeter or meter, because some countries do use meter, or some of them do use inches. Actually, we do use centimeter in here. Click OK. Click OK. This is the first step. Some of you guys will find these panels something like this. Something like this. Project browser and properties. What are these? Now we will know. We will just in somehow understand. I'm not going to explain everything, but I will just let you understand why we do use these panels, okay? So, some of you will find something like this. Simply, just to bring this project browser, just to bring it like this, and drag it into your right corner. The properties will be on the left one. So, you are able, of course, to make it a bit longer, and make it a bit shorter. It's up to you. So, something else, if you didn't find something called properties, you will click on PP. Double click on PP, which is the shortcut of properties, in order to show it and to hide it. PP, again PP to show it. For a project browser, there is no shortcut actually, but you will just right click on anywhere in your screen. You will find something called browsers, and then you will choose one of them, which is the project browser. Again, right click, browsers, project browser. So, this is the beginning. How to zoom in and to zoom out. If I just draw something, now we will know what I did to draw this. How to zoom in and to zoom out. simply scrolling up and or up on or down. Zoom in, zoom out. Something else. I will just create another wall in here, another wall in here, another wall in here. If my cursor is in this object and I zoomed in, directly Revit will zoom into this point. If I put my cursor in here on the left side and I zoomed in, directly again Revit will zoom in. Zoom out, put in the middle, zoom in, zoom out. Zoom in, zoom out, zoom in, zoom out. So when I'm putting my cursor in a point or in a place, Revit will zoom in into this place or this point. So how to even let's say use the we do have it in AutoCAD, which is the hand. We could use it by the same way, clicking the scroll and just keep clicking and just moving left and right, which is the hand command in AutoCAD. We use it like this. So this is the beginning. Something else, we do have some tabs in here. We call these tabs. We do have architectural one, structural, steel, etc. We do have also this ribbon, which some of you guys will find it in here. We'll find it in the upper corner. For me, I like to use it and to show it behind this ribbon. Below this ribbon, which is just by clicking this little arrow and then show below the ribbon. This is just a quick access toolbar. Quick access toolbar, which is just like if you want directly to reach to these commands. For example, this little house is the default 3D. So we could find this default 3D in a view. In the view tab, we could find this panel, which is this command, which is 3D view. So these are quick access toolbar. You don't have even to change it. If you want to add something to it, you will be able to. So what I want directly to start a new project with you guys, and while I'm making this project, you will we will have issues, we will have problems, we will create something, and then by creating these things, you will we will find the problems and etc. and solve them. We do have this project, okay. I put the link of it in here, Villa source. You could find it. So I will go down just to see the plans. You could find the plans, of course, in here. So now what I will do is try to create the same things, the same plan in Revit. So let me see if we do have some sections and some. Yes, we do have. You do have section AA, we do have section BB, and of course some elevations, which is good. Why I need the sections? Because we have to understand how many levels. What is levels? Levels is the thing you will find in one of these elevations. You will just click. As you see, guys, this is the project browser, and now I'm using the project browser in order to open one of these elevations. So by double click on one of them, you will find something like this. These are levels. These called levels. What are levels? Levels, since you are dealing with 2D and 3D, and you are dealing with real objects, and you are dealing with real projects, so you have to specify and to create some levels. So in these levels, I will let Revit understand, like this wall, I want this wall to be from this level into this one, and from, for example, from level 1 to level 2, or from the ground floor into the first floor. So for example, this level is level 1. I want to rename it by double click on this name, and I will call it, for example, street level. Okay, I will consider that street level. And what I want you even to do is just to put 0, for example, before this name. Before this name, to put 0. Why? Now we will understand. 0 street level, and then say OK. Revit will show you this message. Click on do not show and say yes. is just making sure that you want to change the name of it. I will call this one, for example, level, or let's say first level, okay? This is street level, let's say level 1 or first floor. First floor, and then I will put just 01 before the name. And then I will just click, and then to copy this command, which is this one, you can directly see the shortcut, which is CO. So CO for copy from this point into this point to make exactly the same height. So again, select CO, click in this point into this point. Directly name it, Revit will rename it, or click level 3, and we will see something like in a black. Now we will understand why this is black and this is a blue. I will rename this one, or before renaming it, I will click on it and delete it and create a new level using the shortcut of level, which is double L. Double L is the way or the shortcut of level. How to create a new level? By just moving my cursor into this point. I can see that Revit is creating a new dash line. You can see it in here. You can see it like this. This is a new dash line. So this is the way that Revit is telling me you are aligned with these levels. So I will, for example, look at this dimension, which is on the left side. It's 410. I want it to be, for example, 400, or I want it to be 350. If I'm not able to exactly find the 350, simply I will click 350. Just click 350 and click OK. Just drag. I'm not clicking anything now. I'm just dragging. Just drag it without clicking anything. Wait until you see this snapping thing. Snapping, you can see it, guys. Snap, and then click OK. Just right click and cancel again, or just skip many times. You will find that this became blue. Let me just show you what's black and what's blue. Now in here you can see level 4, guys, because this is blue one. But what if I copy it? Now this is level 5, but I cannot see it in here. I cannot see it in a project browser. So now I understand that project browser is showing me the views of this project. The views I'm able to change. Something very important for you guys: do not make a mistake and open ceiling plans. For this ceiling plans, please keep it always closed. Ceiling plan is always closed. We are dealing with the floor plans. So now this level 5 is not appearing in here. Why? Because it's a black one. The way to make it blue, and the way to let Revit show it in this project browser is to go to view, and then to go to plan view, floor plan, again view, plan view, floor plan, and then to find this level 5 and click OK. Revit directly will move me, or will open this level 5 for me. I will open again my elevation. Now it's in a blue one. So this is first level. This is gonna be 0 to second floor. Second floor. And now what I want to do, since I did this one 350, I want even this one to be 350. So I do have many ways to change it, which is the way I want you guys to deal with Revit. In Revit, we do have many ways to create anything. Even in AutoCAD, even in any architectural program, you do have many ways to create the object. You do have many ways to create, for example, a wall. You do have many ways to change the levels. You do have many ways to move something. So, for example, for me now, what I want to move this one into to make it 350. So either I'm able to double click on this 400 and put it 350. So I will have now to bring this one and make it 700. Okay, or I will Control Z, Control Z. I'm able to select this one and this one by clicking the first one and clicking Control, and then select the second one. And now I will be able to move them. Move is MV. MV for move. And then click anywhere, go down, click 50, and say OK. So for me, this is the easier, this is the smarter way to change the levels of this, change the value or the height of these levels. So I will open my my section again. I do have this one. You can see this line as street level. We do have this one as 45, which is, let's say, the ground floor, if I call it the ground floor. So I will have to now create another one, which is CC for create similar, or double L CC for create similar, CC, or copy it. CS actually create similar, which is again like if I'm just clicking double L for levels. So CS create similar, LL for level. So now I want to create a new level, LL. Make sure that it's 45. Bring it into this point. Click now. Now I can see they are just there is an intersection between these two levels. Simply, I will click on this level, and there is something like little thing in here called add. You can see add elbow. If I click it, this level will go down. So this is street level. Now I want to rename this one and call it 00, for example, or 01, let me say. Ground floor. Now I will need to rename this one and make it 02. Why 02, guys? Because as you see now, this is 00 street level. This is 01 first floor. I want my ground floor to be here. So I will just rename this one and call it 02. Now I can see directly it's moved up. This one you could call it 02 second floor or 03. Okay. 00 street, ground, first, second. Let me see. What do we have? 0 street, ground, first, and second. Good. Now, I will delete this one because I don't need it. Just delete it. Delete. And say OK. Go to your ground floor. You could go directly to ground floor. And now, since I will be working in this picture or this image, this is the first floor, I will just save it, okay, on my desktop. Just save it normally, and then go to Revit. Bring this image. I think this is the ground floor. Okay, this is the ground floor. Just bring it normally and drag it. Put it in your ground floor. You can see now I'm able just to click anywhere. Zoom in. Now, the process of creating or just preparing this image. Please, when you are making your exercise, since this is gonna be your homework, guys, so follow the exact steps I am doing now. So I'm now zooming in, okay, in order to scale this image, because now I don't know the scale of this one. I don't know the scale of this wall. So if I just click on this image, or if I just click DI, I just want to be able to find or calculate or measure this distance, this thickness of this wall. If I click DI, which is the shortcut of dimension, I will not be able to click something because it's an image. So di is for real object, for lines, let's say for walls. So for that, we do have a little command called measuring. Measure between two references. If I click this, I will be able just to zoom in, click one point, go like this, and click the second point. I can see now total length is 30. Maybe I want to make it 25. Okay, because I can see this is 30. I want to make it 25. If I just click skip, it will, of course, it will go because this is just a measuring tool. It's not a dimension. So for that, I will be using scale command. Scale command, by just selecting this picture, zooming in, click RE. RE is the scale. RE is the scale. We do have a graphical and numerical. Do not worry about the difference between them now. What I want you to do is just to zoom in, click this point approximately, go like this up, click in this point, and then click 25. So now these walls became 25 centimeters. And that's what I want. I will select it and click something called pen. Pen is just to lock something, to not be able to change it. Because now, guys, if I just click like this and just move something, I will be able to move it. So I don't want to move it. I want just like to put it in a place and fix it in it. Because now I will start drawing my walls. So I will pin it. PN is the shortcut. PN, as you see. Pin it. This little thing appeared, so it means this object is bent. Now if I try to move it, I will not be able. Even if I click MV for move, Revit will not accept. He will show me this error. He will tell me like you cannot move the bend element. So I will move, zoom in, sorry. Now I will start to create my walls. WA is the shortcut of wall. WA is the shortcut of wall. Any question until now? Any question until now? Okay. WA for walls. For this, I do have many type of walls. Okay. The next step will be to create a new type, because this is 200 millimeter. I don't want to have 200 millimeter. What I want is just to create 250 millimeter, which is 20 centimeter. You should edit type. Click on edit type. And then click on duplicate, which is a copy. By creating a duplicate, you will create a new type with a new dimension without affecting or changing the original one. So this is the thing we want. I will duplicate it. I will call it generic 250. Okay. And then click OK. You should enter to edit, which is the structure. Click on this thickness. Change it to 25. Say OK. Apply. OK. Now, before drawing, I have to put some properties, some parameters, some values to this wall in order to let Revit understand this wall is going to be from which level into which one. We did create these levels, right? That's why we have to go to our ground floor and click again the WA and tell Revit we want our wall to be from ground level into the top one to be into level 2, the first one. you are able to change it from here or change it from here. The same thing. Change it from this properties panel or from this commands in here. There is something called location line. What is location line? Location line, when I'm drawing, look guys, when I'm drawing, there is a little blue dashed line in the center of this wall. If I click in face or finish face exterior, this line will be in the first face, the exterior face of this wall. And if I click on the interior one, of course it will move down. I am able to click my space, to move my wall and to flip my wall. Now I will choose the center one. Center line. For this chain, it's like AutoCAD. When you are drawing, look, when I'm drawing now, if I click the first wall and try to continue my wall, Revit will directly continue. But if I uncheck it, if I start my first wall and try to continue, it will not. Like click the first one, click the second point, he will start from this point. He will not connect them together. So now I will of course delete this one first, delete the second one, WA for walls, into level 2, wall center line, a chain is selected, keep everything the same, radius is unchecked, join status is allow. I will start drawing my walls. I will draw a wall something like this, the exterior walls, into this point, into this point, into this point, and I'm just now following the walls. Following what? Following the walls. Now I did draw all the walls, all the exterior walls. For me now, these are the interior walls. You will be able to create a new type and make it 200. We do have a type which is 200 because this is 250. Let me create a new type 200 for interior walls. Now guys, if I start to draw with wall center line and I start from this corner because I want it from this corner, as you see, this wall will appear something like this. This is not what I want. What I want is just to create a wall. WA is the shortcut, and to select exterior face. Select now this corner. Now I'm drawing in a connected way. Let's say I will drag this wall into this point. As you see, it should be something like this. And then click on this wall. As I said, CS is create similar. So it means I'm creating the same wall. CS create similar. I'm creating the same wall, the same type of wall. I will connect it. And then I will click on here. Flip it. I'm flipping it using the space, and then connect it. Let me just talk about something called mirror. Let me first create a new wall in here, like this. These walls, I want these walls to go into this side or to use the same thing. That's why I will use something called mirror. I will select this one, click Control, select the first one, select the second one, click on double M. This mirror will be activated. I will click the center line of this wall, and then I will be able to see them in here. Now I will continue. Click on this wall, CS, use it, face exterior is selected, put it into here. like this. Bring this wall and move it. As you can see, I'm just selecting something and there is a little point in here. Drag, I'm just dragging it in order to make it a bit longer. CS again for create similar. Select it, draw something like this, draw something like this. Okay, like that. I'm just drawing now. Little walls. CS. Create similar. Like this. And then create something like this. And continue. Steps of creating the walls. Maybe this is not a wall. No need. So, now if I go to 3D, if I open my 3D from here, default 3D, I can see all my walls. I can see all the walls I did create. By moving into this little visual style, we call it visual style, you could change one of them. You could see something called wireframe, and you could see something called shaded. You could see something called consist color, and this one as a realistic one. I don't recommend anyone use realistic. Please use shaded or consistent color. Shaded is, for me, is okay. SD is the shortcut of shaded. SD. During your exams, guys, I will be asking about the shortcut. I will be asking you even to, while you are presenting and drawing, because it will be an exam, it will not be a submission. When you are drawing, I will be asking you about the shortcuts. Because what I want is you guys to use them. Because it's something like very important. It's something will really fasten your work. So, this is my ground floor again. Now I want to draw my doors. Door is DR. DR is the shortcut of door. DR. When I click DR, again, some properties related to door appear, and some types did appear also. We call them family, as I said. This door is a family. I do have some other types. In this new versions of Revit, in order to bring another model or another families, you have to go to insert and then just skip, go to insert and then bring. Yes, Ibtihal, yes, I am recording. Let me see if anyone sent anything. Yes, guys, I am. I am recording, yes. Anyway. So again, in order to bring a new type of family with this new versions, you should go to insert and then load family, load Autodesk family. Find doors. You will find many types. Please do not use door curtain wall. Curtain wall is something else. Use the normal one. For example, now I will need this one for the main door. Okay. And maybe or or this one, doesn't matter, or this one if you like. Let me just close this one, or keep the both. Let me keep both of them, and then bring this one into the interior type, or this one if you wish. So I click, or I checked 4 types. I will say load. I will wait a bit. For some types, Revit will ask me what is the dimension you want. I will click anyone and say yes, because we are able to change the type and to create new types. So now, okay. Now I will click DR again. Before that, let me just mention, this was the new version of Revit. The old version, you will go to load family. You will go back a folder. You will open from libraries, you will open something called English. And then you will find here something called US metric. Metric library, US metric, and then you will open it, you will find the same things. So DR is the shortcut of door. We will choose this type. But first I have to edit type. When I'm clicking edit type, I am creating a new type. I'm creating a new family for me, new dimension. I will duplicate it. For that, I will call it internal door. And then I will say OK. From the dimension of it, the width of it, I want this width to be, for example, 80. And the height of it to be 210. Okay, this is for me. And then say OK. Apply OK. Now I do have this type of door. I will click it. Just by bringing a door, I can see that this is the internal one. When I'm opening my types, this is the internal one. I will just bring it into a door, into a wall, sorry. And then click. As you see, I'm able to put it inside or outside. Click once. Skip again. Click on this door. You will see arrows. These arrows will be able to will enable you guys to flip it outside, inside, left or right. And now when I'm clicking this door, I am able, of course, to change time dimension. The dimension which is how much this door is far away from this wall. So I will make it, for example, 15. And then as I said, as I use the MI, which is, or double M, sorry, command, which is the mirror, I would use the same thing in here. Click on this one, double M, click it, or just flip it, because they are both the same. If you say this is bigger, you could, of course, enter, create a new type, and then change the dimension of it. Be careful when you are changing the dimension. Change width and height. Do not change rough width and do not change rough height. This is it. Doors, what else? We have to have, let me just delete this one. Okay, there is something, I think there is a door in here. Okay, there is a door from this side. Okay, I will just click it, put it in here, the same for this one. For the main door, okay, WA or DR, sorry, for doors. And then bring the type we uploaded, this one. Again, edit type, duplicate, I will call it main door. And say OK. Width is 130, for example, and height is 210. Apply, OK. Bring it into this point. Maybe this is not the type I want, because this is, I think it's a sliding one. Okay, this is not the type we want, because as you see, this is not a normal door. Let me just go to dr again, find another type which is this one. Yes, this type. Edit, duplicate, main, door 2. Okay. Width is 140, for example. Height is 210. Okay. Now for that, I will just temporarily put it in here and then select this one, delete it, bring this door, create, or just click on CS for create similar. Click on this wall, just يعني hover over one of them and then click. Delete this one. Now it's okay. Now we know how to create the doors. We know how to put the doors and how to create a wall. Windows are the same thing for Windows. So I will just, since this is section AA, so I will go to check my section AA just to see it. This is section AA, so it's in here. As you see, guys, it's a long window, which is a minimal one. Let me see if we do have an elevation. This is north one. This is west elevation. It's up to us. Even as you see, all these windows are the same types, approximately the same height. So anyway, I could even go here and then click on WN. WN is the shortcut for Windows. I can check there is, let me see the types I do have. I don't want this type of Windows. That's why I will just go again to my insert tab, go to load family, and then all results, go to Windows, and then try to find a good window that will be, I mean, good for me. If I didn't find maybe this one, let me just try it. I will show you. Again, I will choose anyone. And then I will go to my Windows, edit type, duplicate, new window, and say okay. Go to my width and height, maybe call it to 150 width, and height is maybe 200 for now. Apply, okay. Go like this, even more. Edit type, it's not 150, maybe make it 250 and 200, 230, and then 300 or 280. Apply, okay. Approximately. I will go to 3D just to check it. I can see that it's not the type I want, but what I will do is it's in somehow will be better than nothing. But I will just show you something. By clicking when I open my 3D from here, I click this window, and I can see that there is a cell height in here. Cell height is this dimension. So I could make it as maybe only 5 centimeter or 15. And now what I can do is just again edit type. This make it maybe 250 height and make this one 210. Apply, okay. So it became smaller. So I think it's good. When I'm in 3D, I could even select it and click space in order to flip it. As you see, I'm able to flip this window. So I'm able to flip this window. Even you can see it's even a bit bigger. Let me just even change the 200, maybe make it as 250, and this one 200 and 70 maybe. Apply, okay. Maybe. Or keep it as it is, like this, it's fine. So, this is the one way of creating a window. I could directly CS create similar and put it in here. Okay, and put again another window in here. Another window in here. Now, what I want you to see is how to create something called curtain wall. Curtain wall is the aluminium walls, say the aluminium with the glass panel. You could find it by clicking WA for walls. And then scroll down. You will find 3 types. Now we will choose the storefront type. Edit type and duplicate it and say mine for now. Say OK. Apply. Now I will create a little wall. In order to create this type of walls, you have to make sure that before clicking, you have to edit type and to make sure that automatic embed is checked. What do I mean by it? Let me just create a wall in here. I'm creating a wall by selecting the center line of this wall. Selecting the center line of this wall. So I will just click in here, drag it. I'm able to change to flip HL. Let me just show you. I'm able to flip it. I will create it in here. I will go to my 3D. This is the type of wall we did create. This is the curtain wall. And this is the normal windows. As you see, it's going up. I will select it. Select the second one by clicking the control. Select this one also. And then click on 0 in order to make it down, or even this one make it 0. It's fine for now. So this is a window and this is a curtain wall. I am able also to replace these windows with a curtain wall, the same with the dimension I want. Of course, this wall, maybe in order to let little space for the concrete things and the flooring things, I could directly select one of this wall and then just from the top offset, I could directly just make it minus maybe 50. Okay. And I don't want to see any horizontal element, which is this mullions, we call it mullions. I could go to my wall, edit type. I will go to my vertical, to my horizontal grid and say none. And say apply. Revit will tell me like I'm going to delete something. Say delete grid line, apply. So I did delete this one.
Doctor?
Yes.
Didn't we use create similar to put the doors? Why did they appear different, like appear higher?
Exactly. You said you mean with the windows.
Yes.
Exactly. This is I think with the window. Look, now I'm now creating. I will create similar for this window. CS. If I go to my ground floor, I will go to this window. CS. Click. Go to 3D. You will find something. This is something default with Revit. You cannot change, especially the cell height. Again, look for example, this one. This door is cell height is 0. I will, for example, change it to 20. Okay. And now I will go to my ground floor, bring this door and say CS, create similar, click in here. If I go to my 3D, I can see that Revit directly put it in the default way. This is something with Revit. Only with door and windows. Good question, Ula. Only with door and windows, the cell height is not, Revit will not understand it. Let me just try something, which is MA match properties. Match properties. If I click this door and then this one, he will not take it. So he will not understand. He will not be able to create or to edit the cell height. Cell height is something default, and something we call it instance parameter. Instance parameter, which means if you create or if you edit something, it will only edit this type or this element. Let's say what I mean. Look, I will say I will go to my ground floor, CS, this one and this one. Look, I do have now 2 doors. I will click on this one and I will say cell height is 50. Now, this one didn't change. Why? Because this one is instance. But if I go to this door and go to edit type and change something, look, change something with the height. Okay, I will change something with the height and click 300 and say okay. Both of them will change. Even this one, even this door. Why? Because this is a type parameter. This was the cell height. I will say cancel, Ctrl Z. This one was instance one, that one was type one. This is the difference. This is why it didn't change.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. So, let me delete this one. Yes, delete it. I will go again to my floor, ground floor. Yes. Now, what I want is to create a floor. To create a floor for this villa. A floor is in my architectural tab. You could find a floor in here. By clicking on the floor, you will be able to draw some lines. This draw panel, you will see it in many commands in Revit. When you are creating a floor, or when you are creating a roof, or many generic models, or something, or let's say some families, you will see the same lines, the same draw panel. There is something here called big wall. Before explaining this, the idea of a floor is just to create a closed loop. What do I mean by a closed loop? This is a rectangle. And if I said okay, and I go to my 3D, I can see my floor in here. If I go to my ground floor, click on it and say edit boundary, I will just select this line and drag it a bit like one like this, little. Okay, little, like maybe 2 cm. And I say okay, Revit will not accept. Revit will not accept because it's not a closed loop. It's not a closed shape. Closed loop means closed shape. So, the important thing is to create a closed shape when you are creating a floor. This is a closed now. If I click OK, he will create it. I will double click on it in order to edit it. I will create a shape inside of it and say OK. If I go to my 3D, I can see that Revit make it as an open shape. If I click again and I create a new shape even, say OK, even he created it as an open. Or if you want, you could edit, delete this line and delete this shape and create something like this. If you have, for example, a landscape and you do have this type of walking path, you will be able to create it. The important thing is to have closed loops, and the important is do not touch two things together. Revit will not accept to create it. So now I will create my floor in here. I will say big wall. If I said big wall, I'm able to create or to pick my walls. When I pick it, Revit put it in the inside face. I want it to be in the outside, so I will just flip it. But it's so stupid to go through all these walls one by one. I will just skip, delete this line, click on big wall, select, just highlight one of them, just hover over one of them, and click tab. When I click tab, there is something like a dashed line or a blue things just appear around all my walls. If I click now once, Revit will take all these walls at once. But I can see that this floor should be even connected into here. So I will just delete this tree and then just drag it, close it. I can see also there is a little shape in here. That's why I will draw it using a line command. Now I will use a shortcut called trim, TR. I did activate this one. I will click this line with this line and this line. Let me create this one with this one and this one with that one. And now say OK. Now we did create our floor. So I will go to 3D to see it. This is my floor. I will go to my ground floor again. I will see my first floor. This is my ground. Right click, save. Put it on my floors. I will just open it. What do we have? The exterior walls are the same. I don't think it's the same. It's continued. So look what I will do, guys. Now I do have some walls. If I check my second floor, I do have some walls are the same with the ground. This one, I think, this one and this one. The idea is just to select the walls, the exterior walls. Okay, these 5 or 6. And then to go to copy, paste, aligned to selected levels, and click your first floor. Now I did create the exact copy of these walls. And I directly Revit understand that there is a window in it. That's why he directly took it. For now, I will delete them. And I will directly trim this wall with this one and this wall with this one. TR is the shortcut of trim. What I can do also, I can directly bring my second floor. So I do have this floor, okay? What I can do, I can either go to my first floor and bring my picture like this. And put it somewhere. No need to be aligned for now. I will just click MV, put it anywhere now. Okay? And now I will follow the same steps. I will create a wall, and then like normal one, let me see, CS. Create these walls, for example like this. And then select all of them, select these walls, and move them into this point. I will follow this way now. I will, for example, delete. Even though I will delete this wall, the wall I just copied. I will go to my wall, 250. Or before that, let me just Ctrl Z, I think. I will just bring these walls, MV. I could even move them, MV for move them into this point, or bring my picture into it, MV, from this corner into this corner. So I can see that it's not connected with it, or this one should be scaled because we didn't scale it. Scale is RE. From this point into this point should be 25. Now it's scaled. Now I will move it again, MV, from this corner into this corner. Now it is scaled, so it's the same. But we do have to create a new wall, CS for create similar. Create this wall in here. Bring another wall like this. Bring another wall like that. And I believe that this wall and the other wall is aligned. Or I think it's not, it's fine. We could directly just move them. Delete or just to bring this one into here. Trim. Delete. Before delete this part and maybe something like this. Go to 3D. This is the second floor. Yes, I think so. So, these are the walls of this villa. This is your exercise, guys, for next lecture. To create again the same thing we did, to follow this tutorial we did, and to follow the same steps. Create the walls, internal one, exterior one. Create the doors, bring new doors. And any question, please, you could either create a new WhatsApp group for all of us, or send me an email. This is it for today. I will stop recording now.